think I'm in danger of my past, of thinking all the things that could go wrong in the future. Also, I was trained as a mechanical engineer at MIT, and so if I did my job right, the bridges didn't break and the planes didn't come out of the sky and the cars didn't explode.
Sure.
But you can take it too far. And then, like you said, if you continue to think about that, in some ways you can manifest it, or you can make it more likely to happen if you're constantly going through those scenarios.
Yeah, and if you haven't imagined things going right, you're not telling your unconscious mind, your brain. I mean, a simple example of how, because a lot of people I know, I meet, they are thinking about what they don't want, right? They're thinking about what they don't want to have happen. I don't want to be anxious when I get up to speak, and I don't want to forget my lines. I don't want the audience to look at me and think blah, 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 blah. And they've rehearsed it all, adequate planning. Rather than thinking, yep, sure, those things could happen. What will I do to prepare? Boom, 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 boom. And then thinking about everything going beautifully, thinking about everything going really smoothly. I mean, the example I would use is when I worked with Nick Faldo, the world champion, golfer, amazing golfer. And his problem was he was hitting the ball, it was going in the bunker. And so I flew out to Florida and we went on the golf course, and I said, so I pinned the holes out there. I said, so show me how you do this. And he goes, right, I mustn't hit it in the bunker. Bam, boom, right in, not just in the bunker, right in the center of the bunker, perfectly. So I said, what happened there? He said, well, I thought to myself, I mustn't hit it in the bunker. Now, in order to knot something, you have to think of it first and then put an X through it or move the picture aside or whatever. So the unconscious doesn't process the negation. Try not to think of an elephant. You have to elephant and then knot it, yeah? So I said, would you try not to hit it in the hole? He went, what? I said, kind of just try that. Think to myself, I mustn't hit it in the hole. Okay, I mustn't hit it in the hole. Right next to the hole. So this whole thing about thinking about what we don't want is useful, provided we add in what we do want.
Right, that's crucial. 3 sections of the book. First one is instant freedom from anxiety, which I hopefully we're going to jump into with some exercises. Then you talk about deeper calm, building resilience. And then finally you talk about creating a richer world with some incredible things like vision boards and stuff. I'd love to get into all of it. People are on their edge of their seats. They're like, I'm anxious, Paul. How can you instantly help me? How do you do it?
All right, we'll do 2 techniques right now. And these are simple things that have a big impact. Because people watching, online or on TV, where it is, will want to be able to do something right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 techniques together that are in this book. And the first one is used by all 4 divisions of the American military. And this comes from the Institute of Heart Math. So get anxious, think about something that makes you anxious.
Okay, got it.
Okay, put your hand on your heart.
Okay.
So by doing that, you draw your attention to your heart, the second brain, you begin to reduce cortisol. And then what we do is we do 3 deep breaths, right? So in through the nose, short, and then slowly out. Because this activates the parasympathetic nervous system. In, again. Just hold it for a moment. And then out. And then in again. And then as you let that breath go, if it's safe and appropriate to do so, close your eyes for a moment and remember a time that you felt really good. Maybe you'd fallen in love, or you were relaxing with friends, or maybe you just achieved something. But return to that time like you're back there again. Now, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel how good you felt. There you go. Now, in about 30 seconds there, you've changed your state. You've gone to calm. So this next technique, there's a series of techniques that are in the family of psychosensory. There's the TFT tapping technique, which I think is pretty good. There's the one which Prince Harry does, EMDR, which I'm not so much a fan of. It does work, but for me it doesn't stick. So I like this, and I particularly like this. If you touch, basically here, if you touch here, 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 and here.
It's havening.
Havening, as in a safe haven. But we're just going to touch here, Brian, yeah? We're just going to do this, right? Now when you do this, it feels comforting. Yeah, because when you were a baby, your mother held you in her arms and rocked you. But also, you're hardwired to produce delta. Now, delta waves are the holy grail in the treatment of PTSD, stress, trauma, because they're synonymous with deep relaxation. So when you get traumatized for something, 100 hertz wave travels and it phosphorylates the AMPA receptors. It creates a biological change in the brain. When you summon that, so if you think about something really stressful, something makes you anxious, we get the amygdala interested, and then we do this, we stroke the side of our arms. And this simple technique we're going to do now, I'm not going to do the full version of it now, I'm just going to do an abridged version. But I want you to get as stressed and anxious as you can while you stroke the side of your arms. That's it. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you right now? How stressed can you get?
I'm trying to get more stressed, but it's hard right now because
It's
I'm
hard.
doing this. But I guess I'm like maybe 6.
6 will do. Yeah, 6 will do. Okay, there you go. Think of that. Collect that, all that stress and anxiety up in your mind. Collect it up. That's a good.
Yeah.
And then clear your mind. Clear your mind. We're going to do a simple visualization. Imagine we're walking on a beach. As I count down from 1 to 20, just take a footstep in the sand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'd like you to remember a time you were really enjoying yourself. Anytime, Brian, maybe with friends or family, or just tell me a bit about this time. Maybe a time when you were laughing or just having fun.
Oh, I'm going to tell you about it.
Yeah, tell me
I
about
was
it
with
now.
my 2 boys, they're 5 and 6,
Yeah.
and we're just like all laughing at something that's
Yeah.
completely silly.
Oh, yeah. This is great. And what can you see? What can you hear? What can you feel?
I see my son Caden giggling and my other
Yeah.
son just doing something really goofy
Yeah.
and inappropriate, and we're
Yeah.
all just like thinking it's funny as hell.
Great. And that feels good, right?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Okay, now, just relax and open your eyes and put your palms in front of you like this, facing up. Now, in one of your hands, I want you to collect all of the stress, anxiety, fear you can possibly get in touch with. Any other emotion that's uncomfortable, put a lot of it in there. In one of your hands, right? There you go, you got it there. That's it, collect it all up. Now, in your other hand, I'd like you to put peace, calm, comfort, peace, calm, comfort. And then move your attention above your head, up here. So think from up here and look down at those 2 different emotional states from up there and experience both of them at the same time. The fear and the peace, the worry and the calm, the anxiety and the comfort. Fear, peace, anxiety, calm, worry, comfort. Right now, you should probably be feeling quite calm. Yeah. So what we're doing, you see, is I'll explain how this works. This creates a massive amount of delta. We summon the upset. The delta floods the brain, changes the biological structure of the landscape. And then this technique is really an adaptation of a technique from my friend Genpa Roshi, where I've funked it up with an NLP version. So you get a representation of one emotion that's sort of several emotions that are uncomfortable. You get the opposite of that, the peace, the calm. And then by moving your attention here and experience them both at the same time, you reset the emotion or the signal in the ecosystem of your emotional intelligence. So when you go, yeah, I feel calm. So if we'd done it with something really quite extreme, you'd go, I know that was a pretty frightening thing, but it just doesn't bother me. So these are kind of, quick samples of the sorts of things that are in this book, or that I do with people one-to-one, where I take someone who's extremely distressed or extremely upset, or, they can't function, and we reset their emotions so once again they can. Because we need things like fear, we need anger, we need guilt, we need these things. If I'm stepping off a curb and a bus is coming, I want fear to pull me back, keep me alive. Someone violates one of my standards, I want to get mad, so I say, hey, if I do something that I feel is wrong, the guilt gets me to go and prepare that. So these emotions are all part of our experience of living and our intelligence. We just don't want to live in them, right?
Yeah. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.